Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! It's time!
Boom, perfect timing.
Welcome back to another episode of No Ducks Given podcast. I'm your host Jake Stanley, and today I've got a very special episode where I'll be interviewing Welsh flyweight Jay Harris. Now, Jay Harris is a Commonwealth champion at flyweight. He's also been a European champion, and he's a world title challenger for the WBC strap against Julio Cesar Martinez. Let's get into the interview. I'm joined now by Jay Harris. Jay, how are you doing, mate? You alright?
Yeah, very good, thanks, mate. Just come home from work, really.
Do you still do the Amazon warehouse work?
No, I don't do Amazon anymore. No, I'll do a bit of personal training, I do.
Alright, that's good. So you've been keeping busy then, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely, mate, yeah.
Are you in training camp at the moment?
Yeah, pretty much. Whereas once we get it all confirmed, I'm just like taking over. But I've been in like 2 training camps pretty much.
Yeah.
So I've had a little bit of a break this week. Not like break, so I trained once a day instead of twice a day.
Yeah.
And just taking over nicely for a minute.
So there are rumours that you're trying to get the Tommy Frank fight rescheduled. Have you got any news on that?
Yeah, we are trying to get it rescheduled, and it's looking really promising at the minute. Obviously, I'm not allowed to confirm anything or announce anything at the minute. I'll leave that down to our both promoters, but yeah, it's actually looking really good, and I think there may be 2 titles on the line now as well, with the EBU and the British. So it's patience is the virtue, as they say, don't they? And after all this bloody heartache we've had, and long wait since October, finally getting it over the line, I think.
And there could be a potential match down the line for the winner against maybe Garcia fight. Could that be a possibility?
I say, but we win this now, and there's opportunities everywhere. There's obviously the Garcia fight, which is a big, massive domestic fight again. And but with the EBU, winning the EBU, it puts you back up in world contentions again. See, so it could be knocking on world honours again.
So talk to me about what it's like being trained by your father. It is.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Go on.
I was gonna say is that an advantage psychologically? Because he might know, he knows you better than anybody else, obviously. So does he know how to push your buttons in training and in the corner?
Oh yeah, absolutely. My father's known me all my life, but he's trained me since I was 12, so he knows exactly where I'm going wrong, and what I'm doing wrong, or where to edge me on to go a bit more. So yeah, it's good having my dad there. To be honest, it's really good.
And he's a former British champion himself, isn't he? Did you, when you were growing up, did you look to your father as, you know, like, I want to be like him, or was it?
Unfortunately, that's not how it went. No. Obviously, when my dad was fighting and that, I was really young. So I think my early memories of him boxing was when he went to South Africa, and then he come home with like toys and stuff for me and my brother.
Yeah.
But other than that, I didn't really remember much of my dad fighting and that. So I did the boxing off my own back. My dad didn't even know I was training. I had a mate years ago when I was, obviously 12 years old, and every day at like 5 p.m. he would bugger off to the gym. So one day I just thought it was a good chance to follow him, see what he's doing. So I went there. He offered me if I wanted to go there, so I did. And to be fair, it's been the best thing I've ever done. So I ain't looked back. I went home, was in a bath of loads of sweat, red face and that. My dad was like, "Where have you been?" So I told him I'd been up to the local boxing gym at the ABC, and then he was like, "Right, that's it then. If no one else has trained training here. If you're going to do it properly, I'll train him. So that's what's happened. And 20 odd years later, we're still together.
It's great. It's a great story. So who did you look to then when you was growing up? When you was first started training, who was the fighter that kind of inspired you? That sort of thing. Idolizing.
Look, if I'm going to be honest, right, no one really inspired me to do anything or boxed, or even when I was boxing, I didn't really watch it that much when I was young. But as I started to grow older and I started watching the boxing, my favourite fighter, I have two as it goes. One was Sugar Ray Leonard, and one was Marquez. So completely different styles, mind.
Yeah.
But they were the most entertaining fighters for myself. I love them both.
So talk to me about 2019. It was a good year for you. You fought Angel Moreno and you beat him for the European flyweight title, and you also boxed Paddy Bonds as well, former two-time Olympic bronze medalist, and you also won the vacant IBF Intercontinental flyweight title. So talk to me about that year. Obviously, it must have been a huge confidence boost for yourself.
Yeah, it was a massive year for myself. I was, as I said, winning the EBU title and then going on to fight Paddy Bonds and winning the IBF Intercontinental title. But straight after that, then I went on to World Honours then straight away. But that year was pretty much a kickstart of, well, my career. Well, not my career, but in a good direction. Because prior to that, we was on a bloody hell of a drug of fights. It was nothing was good working. We've good friend of mine, Richie Garner, Mo Pryor, managed to bloody put me on one of their shows just to keep me active. And then at the time MDK came knocking on the door, and then they helped me massively, and they pretty much restarted it, if anything, my career. So I had a warm-up fight with them, and then I went straight on to the European, and then straight into the IBF, and then straight on to World Honours, and it was ridiculous. What a mental year, but it was fantastic.
And unfortunately, in your WBC flyweight title challenge, you fell short. But it was your first time fighting on foreign soil, wasn't it? Talk to me about that. Was it different in preparation and stuff like that?
So we went out about 9 days prior to Texas. But other than that, my weight was always good going in. But the experience was unreal. The way they set it up was great. Hotels were great. The venue was brilliant as well. Everything was great, and even the fight was awesome as well. But as you said, unfortunately, I come up a bit short. But no, all in all, it was a massive experience, and people would die for some of the experiences I've already had.
And unfortunately, the year after, you got stopped twice. So that must be. Is that damaging to your confidence?
Oh, it was a bit of a kick in the teeth. The Sandoval one wasn't so bad. Because when at the time I was only, I think, on the scorecards, I think it was only one round in it. I think he was ahead by a round, which is fair enough. But and the shot was a great shot. It was a really good shot. As it goes, me and my old man we were practicing the exact same shot that he caught me with in the gym. So what kind of happened is he threw a left hook, I ducked it, and as I turned, he pivoted it off, and then threw a shot, and I was square on and went straight through the middle, pretty much. But yeah, I accepted that one pretty fast because it was a great fight. But it was one of them things, and learning curve didn't help, but that's what it was. But then I fought Marcel Braithwaite after that. Not really sure, but I'm sure I fought someone else after that, the Sandoval fight. I won that, and then obviously I fought Hector Flores and the weight below, which, if I'm honest, was probably a bad decision to go down to 7-10. But look, the opportunity came, and that, if I'm honest, if I didn't go for it, I would probably regret it in later life as well, saying I should have really had a go, or at least tried. But yeah, I tried, didn't work out, and the result is the result. I lost.
So obviously your last fight was June of last year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And you got the win, so back on track, I guess. And you was going back to the Tommy Frank fight. Wasn't you meant to fight before Christmas?
That's absolutely right. Yeah. So pretty much we were scheduled a fight in December on the Warrington card. And then they said because of all the actions that Conor Benn did, so they pretty much moved us all around. But they didn't reschedule me and Tommy Frank. They Leighton, the Federation founder, and rescheduled it then for March. That just went past, and then that one got postponed then because of budget issues and all that stuff, and stuff that's out of our control. So hopefully now, third time lucky, this will all get me and be worth the wait. But yeah, the first one, both of them was a bit of a ball ache, to be honest, because when you're flat out in camp and you're ready and you're down on weight and everything's working and going your way, to get that call then to say that you're not fighting or it's been cancelled is an absolute kick in the teeth, and because of all the people don't really understand that it does what it does do to your the mental side of it. And then you put a load of money into the camp. You're paying people to come to the spa. You're paying your strength and conditioning coach. You're paying dietitians. You're paying all that. But promoters and that, and obviously Lee does care. But the likes of Eddie Earn, to be honest, he probably didn't give a shit about me. It's just a number, just a person that's on his show. He didn't really care that I lost money or anything like that, or what it does to your mental well-being and stuff. But it is what it is. Now we're getting the fight on, and hopefully we'll get it announced soon.
Right, good stuff. Because I'm looking forward to that fight. It's going to be a good one. And obviously, I'm from Sheffield. Tommy Frank's a Sheffield lad as well. I won't say who I'm rooting for.
It's fine. It's honestly, to be fair, I have a lot of respect for Tommy. We've talked quite a bit prior to this fight as well, what's going on and all that. Yeah, I think this is the way boxing should be anyway.
Yeah.
What is it, 2 and 3 in Britain going at it? That's what it should be anyway. And he wants the fight, I want the fight, and we are going to get it on. So it's good, and he is a lovely fella, to be honest.
You touched on Conor Benn. What are you allowed to comment on it? What are your thoughts on the drama?
I just think it's mental. Honestly, it's hard to say because how can you say it's an X? And I know people, and I obviously work in a gym and stuff, and I know what that propamine does. So I know what it's meant for. So I believe he's guilty, and that's the problem. And it's people's health at the end of the day. If he is a drugs cheat, and I believe he is, it's the wrong way of going about it. He should have a ban. Look, if it was anybody else, right? If it was me, I'd be banned. I don't want to be boxing again. Let's be honest. It's because you got loads of money, loads of backing by Eddie Earn and all that stuff. He's got off with it. 100%. That's what's happened.
And would you ever fight a fighter that has tested positive in the way that he has? He's failed two tests now, and obviously
absolutely not. I wouldn't even give him the time of day for it either. Why should I?
That's it. I'll not comment on it. Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk. That's just been recently confirmed. Are you looking forward to that fight?
I think it's a brilliant fight, right? But Tyson Fury's doing my bloody head in at the minute, he is. With all this, he's made him take a 70-30 split, and the guy holds 4 belts. So it's mental, that is. But to be fair to Usyk, he seems game as hell, and I think he's good. He put up an hell of a fight, mind. But whether he beats Tyson Fury is another thing, because Tyson Fury's so big of the weight, and he's just going to use his weight and that. I don't really know which way he's going to go. But saying that, Usyk beat Anthony Joshua quite comfortably, didn't he? So, no, it's a different. It's mad, like, because he is a bit of a diva at the minute, Tyson Fury, but going back and forth, making excuses about everything. It's like he doesn't want to fight them, but it's a thing. It's not about the money, but clearly it is about the money. It's like a walking contradiction, really.
Well, there's a lot of people that are now having doubts over whether that fight will actually go ahead.
Why?
Some people are thinking Tyson Fury might pull out, or fake an injury.
If he does, it won't do very good for his bloody persona and people's view of it. He won't be known as the people's champ if he pulls up then.
And there's another fight that I want to talk about. Gervonta Davis against Ryan Garcia.
Excellent fight. I can't wait for that. Seriously, this is the one. I think after all this shit that's happened in boxing, I think this could possibly save it a little bit, because it's a proper fight. We should be having more.
We should be having more fights like this. Gervonta Davis, Ryan Garcia.
It's taken a while, mind, to bloody get it over the line.
Yeah.
It's taken ages to get over the line, but it's finally here, and they don't like each other, and anything can happen in this fight because they both bang. Ryan Garcia is sharp as hell. Gervonta Davis's ring IQ is awesome, and he bangs as well. This is going anywhere. This is. Can't see a laugh going the distance. I really can.
Well, I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to some these upcoming bouts, and hopefully Jay Harris first, Tommy Frank. Is there anything you would like to add?
Yeah, I just want to say a massive shout out to my sponsors, really, because they've stuck around through like 3 camps at the minute. Some of them are going to help me out as well on this one, even though I've had all my kit and everything already done. They advertised, but there's a couple. NJ Trading, I want to give a shout out to him. Limitless, Sea Lift, sorry, not Sea Life. SLM Logistics always helped. Kieran Jenkins, he's another one. They've all been massive help so far. Elsby and Son. The warehouse gym I come from, Jamie Morgan and Dylan Richards, they've been massive help with the diet and strength and conditioning. They've been fabulous. They have Sturgis and Mortgages. There's a McDonald's as well, Pippa. She's been amazing. She owns one of them. There's I think that's about it at the minute, but they've been a massive help to me, and I'm glad they've stuck by me for this like difficult time of trying to get, because at the end of the day, the fight is their publicity at the end of the day, innit? As much as I put it on social media and whatever, they want to see their fight brand on TV and all that stuff the next. So yeah, big shout out to them, massive.
Well, thank you very much, Jay Harris, for talking to me today and giving me a moment of your time.
No worries at all.
Right. That's been another episode of No Ducks Given podcast. Thank you very much for watching.
Referee steps in and calls a halt to the contest.
Oh!